Hey everybody, this is January the 1st, 2022. This is the first day of the new year, and I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a good Christmas, a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a wonderful New Year. This is not going to be a long video. I felt an urge to get on here and talk about what God had laid on my heart for the last couple of days. I've been getting the message about the Heart Center, about opening up the heart portal. And it's like God is saying it's time. This is time for those who haven't already done it to open up your heart portal and enter into your Heart Center, okay? Enter into your Heart Center. This is crucial right now, okay? Because with everything that's going on, all the pain, all the suffering, all the tragedy, and all the deaths that we're having, okay? God is stressing to me, and it seems like, it feels like God keeps pounding my chest with this. Or, you know, He keeps hitting me in the heart with this message. It's like, and I'm like, well, God, I've talked about this before. I've talked about this heart. I've talked about the Heart Center, and I've talked about opening up your heart. And He says, yeah, but it's like, He keeps hitting me with it in the heart. He keeps hitting my chest, and I can actually feel it physically when it hits me. It's like, get this message out there. Get this message out there to the people. Okay? So I feel like it's urgent. I feel like this is an urgent message right now for the first day, that it's coming on the first day of the new year. I don't know if y'all can hear that wind, but this is a really, really eerie, kind of overcast day. It's kind of like it's cloudy, but you know, it's not like dark, but it's like it's eerie today. There's something in the atmosphere that just feels off. Okay, and I know this is a terrible thing to say on the first day of our new year, but something just feels off in the atmosphere, and this wind, this eerie wind, this wind is like, it's like a big rush of wind will just come through, you know, and it'll last for a few minutes and it's gone, and then another few minutes it will come back, and it's like we have this big gust of wind just come through and then they're gone. And it's so, I'm sorry folks that I got distracted, but when I keep getting distracted by this strange wind and this eerie, to me this is an eerie day. Something in the air does not feel right today, okay? But anyway, all the same, God has been pounding this message in my heart and hitting my chest with it, so I got to get it out there. I don't want to make this a long video. I just want to get the point out there, and that is that God is saying, connect with your heart. Connect, open your heart portal. Open your heart portal and go inside your heart and connect with the Christ within your heart, okay? I feel like this is very, very important right now, folks. I really do. Because, like I said, with everything that's going on, with all the tragedy that's going on, with all the deaths, you know, and all the sickness, I really feel like that God is stressing that this is the way that we're going to come through this, okay? This is the way we're going to survive what's coming. Now, I don't know what's coming. I mean, God sometimes shows me what's coming. He'll show me sometimes things that's coming before they hit me. But most of the time, I don't know what's coming, okay? So, we could all die today. I could die, you could die, we could all die. This could be our last day on earth, okay? So, but either way, as long as we're alive and as long as we're breathing, we still have to stay connected with Christ within us, and we still have to receive. We have to listen. We have to feel. We still have to receive, and we have to listen to the messages that God has given us. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have a connection with God and you don't know how to hear God, so that you can get guidance and direction in these times that we're in right now, then there's a good chance you're not going to make it. Because if you stay in this 3D dimension or this old matrix, if you stay here and try to just continue your life as you've been doing, and go along with the status quo, it's going to be nearly impossible to survive it, because it's going to get so bad. The Bible tells us that the old has to pass away. We're seeing the destruction of the old earth right now. We're seeing the destruction of 3D. We're seeing the destruction of the matrix. We're seeing things crumble and fall around us everywhere. People losing their homes like overnight, especially in California and now in Colorado. I mean, we don't know what tomorrow brings, folks. We don't know. So I think what God is showing me is that we have a safe place, okay? When you connect with your heart center, when you connect with the Christ within your heart center, that is your sacred space. That is your sacred space, your secret place with God. And once you connect in your heart center, in that sacred space, you will be protected, okay? Now, I know a lot of people are not going to get this, they're not going to understand that, but it is true, folks. As long as you depend on what's out here in the external world, it's going to fail you. Anything out here, anybody out here, any government, anything out here in this external 3D world that offers you protection, it's going to fail you. It's going to let you down. Doctors, hospitals, all of it, it's going to let you down. Okay? It's not going to protect you. The only protection that we have right now is our connection with God within us. And that's what this video is about, to show you how to make that connection. Okay, if you've never done any meditation before, you never went inside your heart center and just sit down and just feel God. It's more about feeling than it is anything else. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do, all you have to do is put your attention there inside your heart and feel. Just feel the presence of God. Feel the energy of God. Okay? If you've never done this before, it's going to take some practice. But just getting started, that's a big step. That's a big step for a lot of people. But this new earth that we're moving into, okay, the new earth is here. The fifth dimension is here, okay? New earth is here. It's about raising your consciousness level. It's about raising your vibrations and entering into a new consciousness, a higher consciousness of love and light and peace and harmony in the new fifth dimension. And the way you get through that is spiritual. You have to go through your sacred heart. You have to go through your sacred center. Because I've had so many people say, well, oh, you talk about moving in the new earth, but how do we move it? Well, this is how you do it. It's a spiritual experience, folks. It's spiritual, okay? And I'm not going to say that a new planet is not going to arrive, because the Bible talks about the new Jerusalem, okay? So it's possible that when Jesus comes, we will have a new physical planet here called the New Jerusalem. But it's not going to be in this 3D dimension that we're in right now. We have to escape this. We have to get out of this. And I'm telling you how to do it. You go through your heart center. Open your heart portal. You do that by putting your attention in your heart. Open it up. Go inside your heart. And stay there in meditation as long as you can and feel. Just try to feel God. Try to feel the presence of God. And once you start feeling this, the presence of God, and you feel that, you're going to feel energy wake up within you. And this, folks, this is your Christ awakening. This is your spiritual gifts. This is your power. This is your God power. This is your DNA awakening. This is this is the most spiritual experience that you can have, is when you open up your heart center, and then you're going to be able to realize that every cell within your body is being energized by this energy. And then your innate inner abilities and your psychic abilities are going to start opening. And you're going to be able to hear God. You're going to be able to receive direction and guidance from God. Because if this is not happening, if you don't have your heart center open, you can't hear or feel God. You won't be able to receive any guidance or any direction. And that's why so many have already died, and so many are going to die, and so many are going to perish because they don't know how to connect and hear God, okay? So, I'm not going to carry on about this because I know I have talked about this so much in so many of my other videos. I just want to stress it today, on the first day of the new year. It's like God is wanting me to bring this message home. Even though I have brought it many times before, it's like he wants me to bring it home today and stress the importance of it today, starting this new year, how important it is to get out of 3D and into 5D, to get out of our minds, out of our heads, and into our hearts. Because if we stay in our heads, folks, if we stay in our heads, we're not going to survive this. We got to have our heart. We got to be connected with the heart. Listen, the energy within the heart center, okay, the electromagnetic energy within the heart center is 5,000 times more powerful than energy on earth, any energy out here, okay? So just consider that for a minute. Once you get this energy awakened, get it started up and get it moving, then whatever God has is yours. All that I have is thine. All that I have is thine. I'm gonna finish up there, but there's one more thing I want to say before I close, and that was a vision that I got this morning. A vision that I had this morning. There was fire, and this wasn't a dream because I was awake, but I could see it in my mind's eye. I could see it. There was a fire just raging all around where I was at. All the people, there was just fire everywhere. The woods were on fire, the houses were on fire. There was fire everywhere, and there was no way to escape it. Me and my family were stuck, and we just couldn't get. We couldn't get out of it. There was no way around it. There was no way around the fire. All the sides, on each side of us, it was fire everywhere. The only way was to go through the fire. And I remember standing there in front of the fire and looking through it. And on the other side of the fire, I could see Jesus standing there on the other side. And he had his arms stretched out like this, like, come, come. And I could see behind Jesus, there were people behind Jesus that were dancing and singing and shouting and having, looked like they were having a party. And I thought, well, look at those people over there. They're celebrating over there. Those people over there, they're with Jesus and they're celebrating. And here I am, I'm stuck in the fire. And I'm about to be consumed by the fire. And I thought, that's so unfair, but I stood there and Jesus kept beckoning to me to come. He had his arms outstretched and he was saying, come. And I was going, but Jesus, I can't. There's a raging fire all around me, and I could even feel the flames of the fire. I could feel the heat on my face. Okay, I could feel it. And I knew just how bad it was, and I knew I was going to be consumed by this fire if I tried to enter it. But yet Jesus was saying, come, 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 my child, come through the fire. You will be okay. You will not be burned. You will not be burned. I could hear Jesus say, not a hair on your head will be burned. And I thought, okay. So the more I could hear Jesus, and the more I watched him beckoning me to come, the more courage I got. And so I kept my eyes on Jesus, and I put a step forward. I just put one foot, and I stepped into the fire. I put 1 foot in the fire. And when I did that, I felt nothing. I said, oh. It didn't feel hot. It didn't feel like it was burning or anything. I said, okay. So then I put the other foot in. I took the next step. Nothing. The fire was not burning me. So then I fully entered the fire. And I started walking. And the whole time I had my eyes on Jesus. And Jesus was beckoning me to come. He had his arms stretched out, beckoning me to come. And I could hear the people and see the people behind me cheering me on too. I could hear him behind me saying, come on, come on. It's okay. So I walked through the fire, and I kept walking through the fire. And I was in tears because I was walking through this blazing fire and it wasn't burning me. And I couldn't believe what was happening. And I got halfway through. And when I got halfway through, I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it through this fire. I'm going to survive. And then when I got halfway through, then I started running. I just started running to Jesus. And I got to the end, and I just ran into his arms, and he just held me, you know, and hugged me and told me, he said, welcome home. And then all the people behind Jesus were shouting and singing and shouting for me, and, you know, and saying, oh, welcome home, you made it, you made it. And it's like, there was such a relief. I mean, I woke up, I wasn't dreaming. I had my eyes closed, but I wasn't really asleep. I was like, it was more like I was in a trance or something. But I woke up from it, and I sit up, and I thought, oh my God, what a relief I felt. What a relief that I had made it. I had made it to the other side. I had made it home, and I was now with Jesus, and I was with everybody else that was on the other side. And then all day, the whole time that I was trying to get through my morning, I kept realizing how symbolic this was. I realized what it meant. What it meant was, here in this physical earth, on this physical plane of existence, we have to go through the fire. We're going to have to go through the fire to get to Jesus, okay? We got to go through some stuff, folks. It's not a piece of cake. It's not so easy, okay? You got to go through the fire. But you got to have that connection with your heart center in order to do it. If you stay in your head, where all your thinking and all the trouble starts and all the chaos takes place, if you stay there, you're not going to be able to make it, because that's only going to cause more destruction and chaos for you. And you're going to stay in fear and pain and agony and anxiety. But if you get in your heart center, and I know it's not easy to do, it's the hardest thing to do, especially when you're in the midst of suffering and you're going through so much agony, and people are dying around you, and people are sick around you, and you're doing what you're having to do what you can to try to help people survive, try to help people heal, and at the same time you're trying to connect within your heart center when the world out here is just falling apart around you, and the fire is blazing around you, and all you can think about is the fire and the destruction and all the hell around you. It's raging around you. But God is saying, leave all that. Leave all that. And come home. Just come home. So you got to do this, folks. You got to get your mind off of the chaos. You got to get your mind off of the problems, off of the sickness, off of the death. And you got to force yourself to stay inside your heart center. You got to do this in order to get home. That's all I wanted to say today, guys. Open your heart portal. Stay heart connected. And you're going to make it. Now the wind's picked up. You hear the wind's picked up again? See, it comes through, then it leaves, and then it comes through again. It's so eerie. It's like, and it's so dreary. There's no sun out. The sun is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. It's just, it's not dark, but it's not, it's no sun. There's no sun out. And it's like, I don't know, it's just got there's an eerie feeling in the atmosphere. I feel like something big's about to calm down. Something's fixing to happen. Okay. That's all for today. I love you guys. Have a happy new year. I love you.